Hey, this is William here at Fit Bodies Unlimited off of Harpersville Road, giving you another exercise on how to do a goblet squat. This is for the Accelerate Fitness program. This is for any kind of program. This is kind of a how-to video on how to do it, okay? Basically what you have is a front-loaded squat, okay? Back-loaded squat, the weight's on your back. Your traditional squat is where the weight is at, across the back shoulders. This way, the load's up front, okay? So a little bit dynamics, angles are a little bit different, and it kind of activates the same muscles, just kind of in a different way. So what you do with this, again, called a goblet squat. You can use a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell. Right here I got a dumbbell. As far as holding it goes, this is how I do it. This is how a lot of people do it, okay? If you had a kettlebell, let's say the weight's down here, the handle's up here, you can grab both sides of the handle. So you're kind of grabbing it like this. Either way, as long as it's right here out in front of you, then you're good to go, alright? Now as far as the squat goes, basic everyday squat, like I kind of showed you in the other videos that I have. Squat technique, weights back on the heels. When you come into a squat, you're not going forward, having your knees going over your toes. You always want to have your butt coming back and down, okay? I say chest out, butt out a lot to a lot of my clients, and that kind of gives them the idea, okay, I have to stick my chest out, and I got to poke my butt out, and that's going to allow me to come back and down instead of like this, and just coming like this, okay? So make sure you got your body weight squat down perfect before you start adding weight to you and kind of throwing you off balance, okay? So back to the weight, go ahead and grab the weight, just like this, weight's out in front, okay? This is a little bit harder. You can kind of make it a little more difficult holding it further out here. You don't want to have it right here. It's a little bit too easy, but as far as people who have bad backs or who have injury or they feel it in their lower back, bring the weight a little bit closer. Out here, you're probably going to feel a little bit more in your lower back compared to this right here where I usually keep it probably a little bit safer for you. So what you're going to do, normal squat, coming back and down, hold the weight out, just like this. Okay? So when you're going down, again, always think about what your stomach's doing. Just don't say, okay, all I'm doing is a squat, all I have to do is hold the weight and go down. Wrong. You have got to keep your stomach tight. It's all about your body's rigidity. Yes, that's a word. That's the key player, because if you don't have a tight stomach, if you don't have a tight core, you'll be all hunched over like this trying to come down. You have to keep that chest out. You got to keep that back tight and that stomach tight. So when you come down, that weight's not going to take you forward. It's going to keep you straight and still putting that load on the legs, but you're incorporating other muscles such as your core and your lower back to hold that weight up. Okay? So that's the goblet squat. Check it out. 7cityfitness.com. Fit Bodies Unlimited Personal Training. The best studio in Hampton Roads.